All right, so doing a little something different today. Just giving an update from my car. Sorry, it's been a long time. A lot of things have happened, but I've just been getting hit with a whirlwind. Countless doctor's appointments between two hospitals. Family calling me, customers calling me, new things popping up out of nowhere. Just had a hard time keeping up with it. I got a little overwhelmed. And I still needed to get some more, details and stuff. So my thinking was clear, but promise I'll get better at that. So since the last video, what I can tell you happened is I got my surgery for my port on Monday. It went really well. I've been taking lots of sponge baths because I can't get that wet. That's something you can expect. If you get chemo and get the port put in, you have to wait 2 days before you can even shower or get it wet, and you really can't get it wet for 2 weeks. I start chemo on the 9th. I decided to go to Mass General. The team there was phenomenal, way different than the other hospital. They gave me a much better prognosis. I got the results back from the PET scan too. Basically, the dealio is the things in my lungs are so small that it didn't light up on the PET scan. How that works is you get a scan. If you have any cancer, it lights up like a Christmas tree, and you can literally see where it is. The good news is there's no cancer anywhere else besides my colon and my lymph nodes. So that's a positive, but they said the nodules in my lungs were chunky, which is indicative of cancer. But the team at Mass General was not worried about it at all. They're like, chemo's gonna wipe this out. So my treatment is as follows. This is what you can expect. April 9th, starting chemotherapy. That's 4 months. I'm doing the full FOLFOX protocol, FOLFOX. It's 2 forms of chemo with like a vitamin chemical drip thing that makes the chemo more potent. Do that for 4 months. The infusion is, which they put in my neck. So this is a direct line to my jugular. So how it works is every 2 weeks I get an infusion. I think the infusion takes for like an hour or two, and then they actually give me a pump, and then it's gonna be pumping chemo for like 2 days. I'm gonna switch my days to a Thursday to get it done because I hear it lays you out. You don't know how you're gonna respond to chemo until you do it, because everyone's different. They said my body, all my markers show that my body is really strong and resilient, so I have the best possible chance of getting through this and being able to work, which is good, but we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, once every 2 weeks for 4 months, and then there's a 2-week break, and then I'm gonna get 5.5 weeks of radiation where they're jamming like a focused laser of radiation up my butt, and they're gonna hit the tumor directly in the surrounding area. Other details, it says that 7 of my lymph nodes or more are inflamed, but and the tumor is pushing up against my prostate, which sucks, but it hasn't made over there. So we caught this just in time, because if it hits your prostate, it's bad news. Because that's that area every guy needs to work, and I just started using that thing, so like that would be a huge problem. That would really suck. So I'm doing that, and I got a place to stay out for radiation. So radiation is Monday through Friday, which is a lot to ask, right? I live 2 hours away. Got another blessing dropped in my lap. I got a free room for 6 weeks out by the hospital from an old high school mentor of mine, who we'll probably meet at some point. And I got a place to stay for when I get chemotherapy, because I need a ride to and from right outside Boston. So I'm in good shape. Be making some more videos. Goals for the channel is going to be one. Now that I have an idea of what my circumstances are, I can come up with some real goals for you guys, so you can look forward to, see how I'm doing, and be excited for me. One is staying jacked as possible. I got a trick up my sleeve, which I'll talk about in another video. And if I'm not jacked, that's fine. But I'm not gonna just give up and say chemo's gonna tear me up, and I just got to give up on my health and stuff and just wither away. I'm not gonna let that happen. That'll be really fun to watch. Other goals are curing the cancer, obviously, working the whole time, digging myself out of this hole. I'll come up with a plan, I'll go over that, but now I have clear expectations so I can actually piece that together. So yeah, that's it. That's the update. This is relentless persistence. Feeling really good. Be making another video in the next couple days because there's some other things I need to talk about. I might have another place to stay. Anyways, that's all. Hope you guys have a good day. If your life sucks, maybe this makes you think that your life doesn't suck so much. And remember, I'm gonna be so fucking positive this whole time, no one can ignore it.